Hello Mia's Nation, once again I welcome you to Mia's Cuisine. How are you all doing? I guess it's back to school for most countries and possibly most states. I just want you guys to hang in there, and whatever options you decide for your kids, remember the Lord will see you through. So stay strong, stay positive, and do what you do best. Take all the necessary precautions. Today, what I have cooking is Cameroon egg roll. What you need to make egg roll, first you need boiled eggs. These are my boiled eggs. I'm gonna be making 24 egg rolls, so I boil 24 eggs. That's the first thing you need to do, and let it cool down. The next thing you need is 4 cups of flour. These are my 4 cups of flour. You also need 7 tablespoons of sugar. Here's my sugar. Half teaspoon of salt. Here's my salt. 2 eggs that will go into the flour. 2 tablespoons of butter. Here's my butter, Crisco butter. So I'll start with this. And you also need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Here's my baking powder. Nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a cup of milk. You can use either regular milk or carnation milk. I love me some carnation milk, so that's what I'm going with. And egg roll is very filling. It has all the nutrients like vitamin D, proteins, C. You can think of everything that comes with eggs. It's what you get. It doesn't mean that you should go up on everything, because once again, too much of everything is a disease. It's very good for snacks for your kids when you're on a road trip, things of sort. Once you start off by mixing your butter with the flour until it's smooth, that's your first mixture. Here's my mixture of my flour and butter. If you like, you can use your hands as well, because you want to have it to be really smooth. You don't want too much butter. If not, you're not gonna be able to wrap the dough around the egg. The next thing we add is sugar. We need 7 tablespoons of sugar. Half teaspoon of salt. Nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. Two teaspoons of baking powder. And we mix. Put in the 2 eggs. mix. Just have to mix properly to be sure all the ingredients are linked together. There's nothing bumpy or so. Once you are sure you have a thorough mixture, you now add your 1 cup of milk and continue the mixing process. If you want it to be crispy, you can put half and half. Means not a full cup of milk, you can put half a cup of milk and half a cup of water. At this stage, you can start by using your hands in order to get a smoother mixture. The dough seems to be a little hard. In addition, with the 1 cup of milk, I'm gonna add this quantity of water. It's like 4 tablespoons. Start gradually. There's a texture that I'm looking for. When I get to it, I'll know I've arrived. Okay, actually use the 4 tablespoons of flour. Like I told you, I knew what I wanted to get, so this is exactly what the dough is supposed to look like. So with a cup of milk and maybe 4 tablespoons of water, additional 4 cups of flour, 24 eggs, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 7 tablespoons of sugar, half teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs. Yes, my dough. We have to cover it and let it sit for 30 minutes. The next step will be our frying process, which is the most difficult one, if you may ask. So again, here we are. We let it sit for 30 minutes. We will be right back. It's been 30 minutes. Now I'll have to separate the dough into 24 pieces since I have 24 eggs. Equal pieces. So here is our 24 pieces of dough. Just use the egg, wrap around. See? Just like that. Again. You have to even it out. If not, one side might get cooked and the other wouldn't. Make sure there's exactly the same portion on every side. And then put in a separate area once you're done. You can also flatten it with your hands. Just leave a little bit of thickness in the middle. So when you rest the egg on it, that's why I was telling you about the butter. You don't need too much butter, because if you have too much butter, it won't be able to stick together. That's the catch. Our next step is going to the stove for deep frying. Put your oil into a pot or your deep fryer, whichever it is that you have. Allow the oil, bring it to hot, but not too hot. Trust me, because you don't want the bring it to hot, medium heat, but not too hot, because you don't want the dough not to cook from within, rather just get brown without actually getting properly cooked. And medium heat. And you stir as you go along. You actually turn sides. Flip the sides. Like I mentioned before, it easily gets burnt. So you have to make sure it's in medium heat. And if you realize it's still too high, you can switch to low heat. Looks as if our first batch is good to go. I'll allow the oil to drain and put it in the sieve. Looks so delicious. My mouth is already watering. I will repeat the process again. Once again, low heat, and you can increase to medium. You want it to cook from within. Yes, our second batch looks so delicious. I feel like eating everything up. Once again, we have come to the end of another video. Echo. Remember, stay off the butter and the stove. Watch out for the stove. Make sure you are either in low heat or medium heat. Apart of that, I think you can do this. And you know what, since I like spicy, I'll make some pepper to go with it. Check out my pepper sauce video. It's always a pleasure cooking for you. And whatever decision you decide for your kids this semester, remember, the Lord is your refuge. Don't be afraid, rather cast your burdens unto Him. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself and each other. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.